Hey, thanks for joining us again for another Financial Tip Friday. My name is Scott Marks, financial advisor in our Scottsdale office. Today I want to talk about the three phases of retirement. I think a lot of folks look at retirement as once I retire, I'm going to travel the world and I'm going to do all these things that I didn't do while I was working. And that might be true at the beginning at least, but for most people, we found that there are three phases that go through in retirement, just like you do in your working years. And I want to talk about those phases to help you think about how your retirement plan should adapt to those. So the first phase of retirement I would call your go-go years. These are the years where you still have lots of energy, you've got some money saved because you just retired, you're looking to do some of that travel that you've been putting off since you were working. And I absolutely encourage that. Some of our clients like to call it a 10-year party, years in which they really enjoy all of that money that they've put aside and do some traveling and some of that fun stuff that they had planned for. The second phase of your retirement is your slow go years. And these are the years in which maybe you've already done that travel and you're still feeling pretty good. You're still wanting to do some things, but you're not quite spending the same amount of money as you were before. During those years, it kind of levels off your expenses. You start to see a more consistent expense pattern. And in most cases, you end up spending quite a bit less than you did over the first years of your retirement. And then the third phase, of course, is the no-go phase or the slow-go phase. This is the phase in which maybe you're slowing down a little bit. In a lot of cases, we have some long-term care expenses. Maybe there's a need for some long-term care, and it's important to plan for that. A lot of people like to plan for those first couple phases, but that third phase is sometimes the most expensive. So it's important to either consider an insurance policy or set aside some extra dollars to cover some of those potential expenses that come in the future, as we don't want to have that drain all of our assets and end up running out. So meet with one of us here, one of the advisors here at Summit. We can help you plan for all of these three phases of retirement and customize a retirement plan based on what your targets are. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great weekend.